Guys, I'm so excited to present to you how to build a thumbnail generator with Claude Code Nano Banana Pro. It's live. It was the first time I ever did it. It's just me thinking out loud, just going with the flow and building this beautiful beautiful program in Claude Code to take your idea, take your video and create a beautiful thumbnail with text overlay, with brand guidelines, with logos, with beautiful imagery that looks exactly like you as the avatar or whoever you want. And it's all live. And this video that I'm recording right now, this intro, I'm doing it after the fact, right? I just filmed this video. Now, feel free to watch the whole thing. I think, if I remember correctly, only about 30-40 minutes of it, you'll get the gist. And basically you'll see like, hey, wow, like I don't have to pay thousands of dollars for thousands of different tools. All I need is one Claude Code subscription, a little bit of ingenuity and practice, and I can make whatever I want. This is the era of just being able to take your ideas and then just doing this absolute witchcraft that's AI and just building your own custom apps, your own custom whatever you want. And it's always going to be better if you do it than if you buy a cookie cutter out of the box solution that has to make money off their margins. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys get a ton of value out of this. And let's just go. Skip this intro, go. What's up, guys? It's going to be video as long as it is. It's going to be a live build. You're going to see how I think about solving problems. I've never built this before, ever. But I realized in my last video, I was like, I want to build a thumbnail creator, and it cannot be that hard to do. I just can't. There's this one on Submagic, and you know, it was cool. I just tried it out, but it's pretty weak. I mean, it's interesting, but you know, I'm not weak, meaning like I'm not gonna buy this. Like I probably can just figure it out on Nano Banana and build it on my own. Just need to know like the best way to prompt it, right? So here's what we're gonna do. I need you to look up the best practices possible on how to build a YouTube thumbnail with Nano Banana Pro. I need you to look that up. I also am going to need you to look up the best prompting practices with Nano Banana Pro. I also need you to look up best prompting practices with Nano Banana Pro, doing face swaps, things like that. Yeah, repeat back to me exactly what I want to do and I will confirm. So we're just starting off in Claude. I think meanwhile, I might actually build a thumbnail creator. Yeah, that's correct. Now, I want you to write out roughly, you know, a concise set of instructions that Claude Code would understand to essentially what we want to do is deploy a series of sub-agents to do the research, come back and create one singular markdown format or multiple markdowns that we can reference in order to essentially create a sort of meta slash command where providing the image, reference images, etc., providing what we want to do, it will give us a prompt back in order for us to copy and paste that prompt with the reference images, if there are any, and place them into the Google AI Studio or Nano Banana Pro in order for it to create the best possible YouTube thumbnail. Does that make sense? Repeat back to me in detail what I want to do and I'll confirm. So here we go. Just plugging along. I think in the meantime, what I will do is I will go here as it does that. And I'm going to do a new folder here. We'll just call it thumbnails. And then in here we might do one. Yeah, let's just leave it at that for now. I think it's fine. I'm going to get Docker out of the way here. Now we're good. Okay. Yes, so give me the copy and paste document I can throw into Claude Code in order for it to understand our instructions. So here we go. And really, you could have just started this on Claude Code. I'm just doing this live. So whatever. Build a research-based system that generates optimized prompts. It's not really. That's actually true. Yeah, that looks good. So we're going to go in here now with that. Go into thumbnails, we're going to create a new file here. We'll just say, I don't know, instructions.md. Copy that, paste that, here we go. Don't really need these markdown quotes here. Now what we'll do, get out of here, start a new terminal, open Claude. What is this? Restart ID. I don't really think that's necessary. Okay, so here we go. I want you to do the instructions in this file, and when it comes down to phase 2, actually generating the custom slash command, what I want you to do is look at our other slash commands for reference, using the @ symbol if need be, bash commands if need be, and then of course the arguments command as well. And without further ado, let's go, let's do this. Think hard, and before you start, let me know if you have any questions, considerations, or recommendations. So just do this. What's our time looking like? 6:30, okay. Hopefully this doesn't take an hour to do, but we'll see. It is live. More than anything, I want you guys to see basically how I think through these problems. Because if you know how to use Claude Code, you don't need to buy any other app, right? Like at all. Because you can just use Claude Code to build your own apps, right? I mean, you'd have to do a cost-benefit analysis and see if an out-of-box solution works for you best, saves you time. But what I'm trying to say is you can do whatever you want within Claude Code. All right, let's go. Nano Banana Pro is Google's newer image model. Yes. Looking at it, I can see 2 main patterns. Yep. Face swap reality check. Doesn't have a native face swap capabilities. However, it can generate images in the style of a reference images. Okay. Okay. For number 3, yeah, do some research and see if there are already tutorials out there that are made from others in order to do this. If not, do research on how to prompt it well, right? Basically, what I want you to do in that phase is to do as much research as possible to create files and put them in a folder called references. The slash command should be in the specialized tools commands, specialized tools, and in social media in that folder. I do not have an existing thumbnail prompt that worked well. That's what I want you to research. I've never done a Nano Banana prompt. The command should ask multiple questions and ask for as much details and reference images as possible. And I believe that with the reference image, you're supposed to describe the image, so you have the reference image and the description of the image as well. I think that's a way you do image prompting, but again, you need to fully research and come back with your findings, okay? So I use this command, guys, called clarify voice. It's just a command I use when I go and go on a rambling session like I just did. And that just helps for the AI to look. It basically says, hey, this is a voice message. So it's going to be rambling. Repeat back to the user what they want. So here we go. For the face swap image prompt, research existing tutorials and best practices thoroughly. Store all research finding in the reference folder. The slash command should be located. Yes, that's good. Deep research, yep. Good, good, good. That is exactly what I want to do. Go now. Execute. Think hard. For some reason, when you say think hard, it actually does think hard. So this is going to open up, if I were to guess, different parallel research agents that will go and they will not consume the context of this file. So in my global rules, you can see it says check Archon for existing tasks and create project. That's just something because I have in my global rules, I like to use Archon. Archon is basically I'll show you. It's a task manager, but it also stores all of your knowledge base. It has like a really nice interface, like a Kanban type of board. And basically like the micro stuff, the micro tasks and things, you can, see, did it not do one? Interesting. Maybe if I refresh it. Let me see what it says about it. Maybe it just said, no, I'm good. I'm not going to use Archon, you know? I guess it checked it. It saw there was not a project made. And I didn't explicitly tell it to make a project anyway, so whatever, that's my fault. It wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of this, so this is fine. So as we can see, we have 3 parallel agents running, and these parallel agents are not consuming the context window of our main context chat window here, of our main Claude terminal chat, whatever you want to call it here. Not the best with jargon, guys. I'm from the mining industry, okay? I'm a practical person. I just do it. You know, you learn by doing, and that's it. So I don't know the jargon, but anyway, here we go. So it's gonna keep going, and I'm not gonna bore you. I know I said live, but just keep a note of the time, 10:57, and I will unpause it when we are good to go. So just giving you guys a quick update. It's still going. It's 10:59 now, so 2 minutes have passed. It's still researching, but it says excellent research findings so far. So awesome. Let me see if it put it anywhere. Let me see, PRP, no. Maybe put it in the thumbnails. Yes, it did, sweet. So here we go, okay, none of that. So not yet, it has not put it into the reference folder yet. I believe it's going to consolidate all the information that it found now. And, you know, an additional step, you know, I mean, I'm not in a rush or anything, so I'll probably do it. But an additional step would be, you know, hey, validate your findings, right? Like, a lot of times, I mean, they've gotten a lot better at, like, not hallucinating, especially if you are good at it. Like, to me, it never hallucinates, ever. So, I mean, it's, you know, very small amounts. That's just when you're good at telling it what not to do. Like, you have to realize, guys, when people say hallucinate, it's because they're letting it hallucinate. What that means, right? Like, if you have you have 7 billion parameters, right? This is how I understand it, billions of parameters. When you just say, hey, make me a thumbnail generator, Claude, it can extrapolate that in 7 billion ways, right? But if you use like these planning techniques I'm showing you and just going back and forth with it, getting it to do research, to then feed that research back into itself, these type of things, that's when it's not going to hallucinate, right? And then, like after it does that, you get it to validate its findings. So like, I would clear this chat and say, validate all of this research, right? Come to me with a report. Is it all true or not, right? That way that it's not working with itself. You would start a new chat to do that. At least that's what I do. I find it works, right? So yeah, you essentially, in a nutshell, want to get the AI to assume as little as possible, because when you give it room to assume, you get disaster, you get hallucinations, you get bugs. When you spend 90% of your time planning and then like 5%, 10% execution, that's when you've taken that 7 billion parameter like list of options and you just put it down to like a laser. You took this light bulb energy that's going everywhere and you just put it into like a laser, right? And so the content will be a lot more precise that it produces. So just a tip while it's continuously doing this. Okay, so we got some good research in here. All right, great. So we have anti-patterns. Perfect. All right, sweet. So now it wants to create the command, and we can see it's using the arguments. It's great. Sweet. It's using the at. At is just like getting it to reference a file. So instead of copying and pasting the entire contents of a file in a singular command, you're getting it to reference that file instead. So it's basically context on demand, you could call it, right? So that's good. Good. All right. Looks good. All right, whatever. Let's just roll with it. I mean, there's really two directions we could go. We could say, make it work for, Google Studio, or we could just get the API key, make our own little app, which would be equally as easy like they did here, SubMagic. And yeah, be equally as easy. In fact, I mean, if you guys want to see that, by all means, let me know in the comments. I'll just make it. Won't be that difficult to do. Like I said, the more context, the better. So how I would do that is I would find like 20 different YouTube templates, YouTube thumbnail templates, and then like have AI analyze them, give them cool names, and then in the background, you'd have their JSON description equivalents. Then you'd say like upload your avatar, which would just be your face, and then it would just do the Nano Banana prompt with the avatar into the thumbnail, and then you're good to go, right? So here we go, thumbnail prompt templates. Oh, this is sick. All right. And you can always iterate and go back and forth and stuff like that. There we go. The system is ready to use. Okay. All right, great. Now, when you do create another slash command, I never saved that. That's crazy. When you do create another slash command, you do have to shut down Claude and start another instance. You can't just say clear. So anyway, let's do it. So slash command, let's say, what is it even called? Claude commands, specialized tools, social media. Let's generate thumbnail prompt. I didn't find it for some reason. Whatever, you just scroll down. But I wonder what the arguments were actually. All right, whatever. Let's just do it. Let's gather what I need to create the perfect thumbnail prompt for you. What's this video about in one sentence? What should viewers understand at a glance? All right, there's another script I had right here. So it should be, the video is for this. So do a takeaway in one sentence yourself, please. Okay, this is going to be a tutorial, professional what's the one thing that must be front and center? My face, and N8 and automation, or N8 and workflow, Anthropic logo, Claude Code logo. I do have a face headshot. I do have a style to reference. So what I'm going to do now is for thumbnail, I'm just going to do a new folder. We'll just call this YouTube thumbnails. So now let's go in here and just find some YouTube thumbnails. Just maybe ones I like, not that. YouTube. Yep. There we go. Go to YouTube. Yeah, that thumbnail's pretty cool. I like that one. That one's cool. I think you do, yeah, Shift 4 or something. Oh, can't you just maybe interesting. So I guess you cannot. And if we were to do this like an app, we would do it a little bit better than this, you know. Just do this. Let me go here. I can't remember if I did. So what we want to do instead is go here. Here's one. Say profitable AI systems guide. Okay. This guy's pretty good, Jack Roberts. Let's see. This one looks pretty good as well. Why not? I'll just paste that one in there as well. I'll say everything will change. Whatever. I do want to find like a Claude Code one, and you know, I really don't have to. This is great. This one is sick. All right, let's do this one. Oh, network Chuck just absolutely poaching your thumbnail. I like that one. That one's pretty good. I'll just say N8N. Oh, come on. Son of a gun. N8N. Claude Code Network Chuck. All right. And then we might need, you know, let's do another folder. Let's call this avatars. And then let me find my picture somewhere here. Where would it be? Where would it be? No, I mean, there was one there. Here we go. A little more hair there, but whatever. Just trying to illustrate a point. Let's say avatar Daniel. We want this reference image with this avatar. Just like that. There we go. Let's see what's going on. I'm really hoping it kicks ass here, because there's so many people making these like little dorky thumbnail apps and just charging an arm and a leg. But you know, if I can make this in an hour, how long is it? Under 30 minutes so far. If I can do this under 30 minutes, just goes to show you guys how, if you know what you're doing, you don't have to pay for any like third-party app. Like, you know, they say there's 1,000 different AI tools coming into the market every 6 months or more, and that number's going up probably. I don't know a single one is. Like people send me stuff all the time. You heard about this chatbot creator or whatever? No, because if I want a chatbot, I'll just make it myself, right? The same thing with this, right? So this looks great, right? This looks fantastic. Okay. So got it. Let me analyze everything, create your thumbnail prompt, your thumbnail strategy, build it in a, okay, perfect. Thumbnail prompt for any of them, Okay, copy this prompt into Google, create images, thinking model. Use image 1 for the subject, face, and identity. Use image 2 as a style and composition reference. I'm assuming we just do this. I'm not going to read all that. I really don't want to type in text either. Anyway, let's just go into the Google here. Do that. What did it say? The first one to be my headshot, I think. And then the second one to be, this one I'll have to go into the desktop, social media, thumbnails, YouTube thumbnails. Is this one? All right, let's see what it says. And this is more technical. Oh, sweet. So there's really like A, B, and C. So this would be the power of actually creating an app, because then it could do 3 API calls at the same time. So we don't actually have to do this, but yeah, select a key, whatever. So let's just see how it does. 30 minutes, right at 30 minutes. Let's see how it does. You know, if it does well, just make our own app, put it as a GitHub. There you go, guys. There you go. That's sick. That is sick. Okay. Now, that's actually pretty crazy. Now, I'm just curious. Let's see how other ones do. Oops. So basically, under 30 minutes, you just built something that people would charge you like an arm and a leg to do the same thing. So let me, I'm not really an expert in Google Studio here. I just use Claude, but it's all basically the same, right? So let's do, that was variation A. Variation, no, this is different. Okay, this is this. So I'm wondering how it's supposed to do this, because this is significantly less. Oh no, it's not. Excuse me, that's not it. All right, let's do this. Do the same thing. We will go into my headshot here, and then we'll do. Let's go check this out. It's a desktop. I'm drawing a blank. Where was it? That's it. Good grief. All right, let's do this. Run. See how this one does. All right. Pretty neat. I mean, this one's pretty cool. I think what I want to do, I'll probably do this one as well. You know, why not? And this one done yet? Oh my God. This is nuts. This is nuts. All right. This is crazy. This is crazy. Man, this is crazy. Oh my goodness. Why not? Let's just do the next one. Duplicate the tab. I guess you don't really have to do that, you know. Let's try out this. Let's try out this one, guys. So upload a file. Let's go again. Headshot. You know what I'll do? I think I'll just make an app that does this. It'll be so simple to do. Let's see. Go into here, upload. Which one is it? This one. And we'll just hit run again. Keeps asking for a key. Whatever. All right, so we got. This is crazy. I wonder if you can do like A/B tests. I've not done anything on YouTube. Let's see. Can you do A/B tests on YouTube thumbnails? Is that possible? Just curious. Oops. That's sick. That is sweet. All right. That's cool. That's cool, man. All right. So, what I think I want to do. Well, we do have this last one, so we might as well do it. But I mean, this is kind of tedious, right? Like anything you have to do over and over again, you kind of want to automate. That's kind of the point. So it's 36 minutes. I don't know. We make an app. Can we make an app in 30 minutes? That's the length of the loom. Let's see. Do this. You know what? Well, no. To be consistent, we should keep it the same. Should keep it the same reference image. Still pretty cool. Now, I am going to say something like this. Okay, those prompts are excellent. Now, the thing is that we don't want to have to go into Canva and a secondary platform to place text over top of it, right? So what we should do is put into the slash command, after it gathers information, the second part should be giving the user ideas of what text to overlay. If they do want to overlay, it should give the user a choice in the slash command. And then if they do want to overlay text, it should give them suggestions based off of their previous inputs. They'll pick one of the suggestions, and then within the prompts themselves, there will be text overlays. Now, double check and triple check with me if adding text overlays in the same prompt as the image generation is a good idea or bad idea, and get back to me. Okay, I want you to verify this first before we even go in and change our slash command. Does that make sense? All right, let's see that's kind of creepy. So not this one. It's like staring into my soul, man. It is so weird looking at my AI version of me. I mean, very strange. I do like this one. That one's pretty sick. That one's weird. Not gonna lie, I kind of get creeped out. This one's the winner for me so far. Even though I'm not doing that at all. I like this one. This one's pretty cool. It actually shows what I'm doing. My face can be like a little less wrinkly in the forehead, but I'll probably just run with it, you know? Or maybe I'll just say it. Make the forehead less wrinkly of the man. See what it does. Just messing around with it at this point. Now see what old Claude Code is saying. Okay, so in generating text for an image, Gemini works best if you first generate the text and then ask for an image with that text. All right, I'm just gonna trust the research. I'm not gonna do any of that. update the slash command, and then validate and verify that your updated version will work perfectly. Also, after that, I want you to give me a prompt. The prompt should be variation B, or actually variation A, and then basically give me that prompt back within like a recommended text overlay, like embedded in the prompt. Does that make sense? So guys, this is gonna be it for this video. I think you kind of get it that, instead of just like, going here or one of these like thumbnail, let's just type it in, YouTube thumbnail generator. See how much there's money there is to make. You got Canva's one, you got all these crappy ones that probably haven't updated and they need to save $1, so they're not going to be using Nano Banana Pro unless they like double charge you on the API. This is like what Submagic's Thumb Magic did for me. You only get like 1 or 2 generations. You can't even put anything in here, right? So, meh, right? So, I'm gonna pause this, actually. So I'm not gonna wrap up the video. I'm still very curious to see how the text will be overlaid off these additional prompts. And then, what we could do maybe is just make an agentic. I mean, Claude Code is really just an agentic app. If you know how to use it well, and in your AI IDE, or IDE, really. I mean, I say AI IDE. I'm really just using an IDE with Claude as a terminal, right? I'm using what, anti-gravity now, but I'm not actually using like anti-gravity, like, but whatever, I digress, right? Whatever. Let's just let it run, and we'll get back here in a bit. All right, this is, we'll see how this works, guys. So we got this slash command now, and it validated itself, so we're good to go there. So that's going to work. But let's see what the prompt it's giving us now with this. So let's just try this out right here. And I am kind of getting annoyed. So after this, I'll probably just put my Google API in my environmental variable and just have it run the command itself. But let's see. Okay, so it does save history. Okay, good. Let's just start a new one like this. Upload the file, as you know. Let's check it out. Just like that. Upload the other one. Let's try it out. Let's run it. I'm also curious to run it on like the other image. So let's do that. Let's check that out. See if the reference image really matters all that much. Let's try a different reference image here. Let's do this. Kind of interesting. And then we'll just copy and paste the exact same prompt. See what happens. Meh. Boring. Because it's not a full guide. Did it say it's full guide? It did. Yeah. Don't want that. Also, another thing I thought of is the slash command should take in like brand colors and brand guidelines as well, so it can be totally custom. So I should have all my brand guidelines in my Archon MCP already. Let me see. Pretty sure I do. I do. Okay, that's fully ingested. All right, sweet. So let's just I can do that later. It's really not a big deal. Guys, the sky's the limit here. Hopefully you see exactly what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, let me just watch this. Let me just show you guys some game, put you on some game here. Use the Archon MCP to look at leadlock.ai's brand guidelines, then create a markdown file with those brand guidelines inside of the thumbnails. Actually, no. Pretty sure that's in here somewhere. All right, presentations, leadlock images. All right, whatever, guys. Let me just do this again. Look up via the Archon MCP rag search leadlock.ai's brand guidelines, and then come back from that research and put that inside a markdown file. That'll be in the thumbnails folder. Then what I want you to do is, let's see, I want you to update the slash command and have that, in that slash command, ask the user if they have any brand guidelines that they need to basically give the prompt as additional context in order to create better thumbnails. Does that make sense? So just add that in there, run it. It's coming up on minute 50 at the moment. It's minute 48. Okay. Yeah. So it always words it much better than me. It says, well, it says the Archon MCP wasn't available, but I knew I had it somewhere. So I just did a search anyway, and it found it in the presentation prompt. So, yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna pause this. Note the time, 11:36. Okay. Okay, so just give you some heads up, guys. It did ask me to change some text in the files and add some things. So I am actually just saying allow everything. Now, one thing we need to be careful of is, you see how long this chat's getting? Getting pretty long. So what we might want to do next is to actually, we can run /context command to see how much of our context window is open still. Or we can just say, call it a day, and that's it, you know. We have our / command. I mean, we could continue and build an app on this, but the cost benefit isn't really there, right? The only cost benefit I could see to be worth it would be just to take our Gemini API key and put it in the .environmental variable here, or the .env file, and then we just have the we'll just make a copy of the / command, put in some bash commands in there to actually run the curl and get the images directly downloaded here. I think that would be good. Okay. All right, one last thing. Let's just do this. Pick different text. It's not a, is it a full guide? No, not really. But whatever. Let's just do it. All right. This is pretty sick. Let's do this again. We might do a completely different one, actually. That's some on my lip. Do that. Then we might add another one. Let's add Jack Roberts one. I think it's this one. This guy's really good too. I like him. There's a lot of good AI YouTubers that I love and I like to follow. There you go, guys. That's it. In under an hour, fully live, you all see how to make professional looking YouTube thumbnails that are ready to go with text, with branding guidelines, multiple different ones. If you want access to this, basically Claude Code command, just let me know. Let me know. I might even, just DM me or make a comment or something. If I see enough comments, I'll just change the description and plop it in there. But yeah, man, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. Under an hour, you basically now know the thought process I use to use Claude Code to build from, to research, to implement the plan, to iterate, to go back and forth, to provide the AI the context it needs so we can surf the wave, which really is context engineering. It's just surfing the context wave. So I hope, and I'm sure you guys got a lot of value out of that. It's completely live, completely unscripted. Awesome. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to do live in the next video. Especially if you want me to make this, like I said, just an app version where I just put in the API in the environmental variable or whatever. Anyways, God bless you guys. Take care.